What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with Leverage Media, and today I want to talk to you about the two most important chiropractic website metrics and what your content can do to help with both of those. So what are the two most important chiropractic website metrics? The first one is traffic. The second one is conversion. So traffic meaning how many people, and for most of us, it's going to be how many local people are landing on your website on a given day, week, or month. Conversion means of that traffic, how many of those people are doing the thing that you want them to do. Now, a conversion could be a new patient appointment, it could be a phone call, it could be requesting directions, it could be downloading a free report, signing up for the newsletter. Conversion can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. The vast majority of us are going to be worried about people scheduling a new patient appointment on the website. So I've created a lot of content on conversion rates and like what you should do to increase the conversions once you get onto once they get onto the website. But today I want to talk about how the content can really help in terms of driving more traffic locally and also converting that traffic into new patients. So obviously the reason why you want to drive local traffic is because most of us do not have virtual practices. So most of our clients are going to come from within 30 minutes of the practice. So anything outside of that, I don't spend a lot of time trying to attract that. So like I'm not trying to become YouTube famous or TikTok famous and get 1 million followers and sell t-shirts and hope that people are flying in from Argentina. That's not really realistic in my mind, and it's not worth the effort to compete with the people that are already doing that. There are people out there that are crushing that, but they're of the 1% of the 1% of chiropractors that are creating content on those platforms. What I think is more important is trying to build your brand locally and getting people to walk through the door consistently into a brick and mortar practice. So driving local traffic, utilizing content is going to be really important in terms of the written word. So when you're writing content for your website, you really want to make sure that you're focused in around local issues and local solutions, and just making sure that Google absolutely knows that you are trying to show up for your city and your state. Once they get onto the website, how is it that content is going to be used to help to convert people? So if 100 local residents land on your website, what percentage of those people are actually turning into new patients? Now, I kind of have like a general sense on this, and it's probably like 3 to 5% of the local traffic that you get turns into new patients. If we could just bump that up to 7, 8, 9, 10%, that would make a huge difference for the vast majority of the people that have websites. If you're getting, most people that I talk to are probably getting anywhere from like 5 to 15 new patients per month from their website or their online presence. If you could just bump that up even like 20, 30%, that's going to make a real impact on your bottom line, because most of us are running our businesses so that we are a certain level of profitability with the amount of business that we do now. If you could just add 10, 20% of the extra new patients on top of what you're already doing, it's not going to really impact your overhead much. You're probably not going to have to hire any more staff, but all of that is going to be profit on the back end. So it's really just like nibbling around those edges and making like 1%, 2%, incremental improvements can really make a big difference to the bottom line. So we're going to talk about the 3 ways that I think that content can improve your traffic and your conversion. So traffic, is going to mainly come from showing up organically. You can always improve your traffic from advertising, from paid ads, but the way that you're going to improve your traffic in the easiest way is going to be through organic traffic. So the organic traffic can come one of 2 ways. One way is that you can get your website to rank higher on Google. The more that you have good, unique content on your website that's written out around the keywords that you want to show up for, the more likely your page is going to be showing up at the top of the search when people are looking for those specific keywords. If they click on your listing, then you will be, or your website, then you'll be adding traffic into the website that way. So writing content is going to allow you to rank for more keywords and hopefully rank higher in the organic results. The other way to do that is through the other platforms. So I've talked, if you've ever heard me talk about websites, I talk about websites as kind of the hub of the wheel. So they're the center of your online presence, and then all of the other platforms, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, TikToks, YouTubes, those are all the spokes that go into the hub of the wheel. So those other spokes, those are traffic sources. So if you're creating content for TikTok, or you're creating content on YouTube or on Facebook or Instagram, all of that content can encourage people to end up at the website. So the more you're on those platforms, whether it's organically or paid, the more you'll be driving clicks into the website as people become more interested. Now, the last two ways that the content can help with traffic and conversion, we're going to focus on the conversion side. So I'm going to split out the written piece and the video piece. So on the written side, that can help on the conversion side of things, because if you've actually written it versus the website company that you use or hiring someone to write the content, the problem is, number one, it's usually not written by a chiropractor. Number two, if you're using a website company that markets to chiropractors, they are going to have kind of boilerplate content that they have to kind of water down so that it works for the vast majority of chiropractors. The other thing is that you are going to probably have duplicate content with other offices around the country, maybe even in your same area. I've seen in the past when I've done strategy sessions where in the same city, and it wasn't even that big of a city, it was, you know, it was definitely less than 200,000. I can't remember exactly how big it was, but I was shocked at how many websites, this one in particular company that's very popular in chiropractic, they had 4 clients competing for the exact same keywords, and they had the same pages. They did vary up the content through the different pages that I looked at. So they must have kind of like A content, B content, C content, depending on when you sign up. But the next town over, they're going to be using that exact same content that they may be using on your web pages. And that can become a real problem when it comes to Google. So, so when you have written your own content, it can work. It's easy for people to see that content is cookie cutter. It's easy for them to tell that it wasn't written by the doctor, that it just, like, you know, was written by, you know, someone overseas or somebody making 10 bucks an hour who's never been to a chiropractor before. When it comes from the doctor, though, and you're explaining in your words the way that you treat this problem or you do this service, in your own words, the way that you would do it, the way that you would explain it to a patient in natural language. Google's gotten really good lately at understanding natural language versus keyword stuffed language. So making sure that you're talking to someone who's reading the website the way you'd be talking to a real person can go a long way to converting that traffic once they land on that page. And then the last piece is, how can video help to convert the traffic? So let's say you have, you know, written a low back pain page, and you know, it's worked its way up to the top of the rankings. You get a click, and now you have a page that has been written by you that is talking directly to someone with low back pain. You have videos on there showing the different ways that you help with low back pain, whether it's chiropractic or how the exam works or soft tissue, or maybe you're having the massage therapist talk about it, how acupuncture works, how decompression works, whatever it is that you do for low back pain in your practice. If you have videos around each piece, that each step in the process, then it's going to allow people to really get a sense of what they are going to get in the practice. Now, if you only see, or if you only adjust people in your practice, that's fine too. but explain to them, like show them how you do it. If you do activator only, fine, show them why you do it, you know, how that works, how it works the same as a manual adjustment, like whatever it is that you're doing, there's no reason to hide it from the people that are trying to do more research around your practice and you in particular. And video really gives them a chance to get to know you, to understand you know, what makes you different from somebody else in town. So if you're disappointed with how your website is doing in terms of ranking, if you're disappointed if you feel like you should be getting more new patients, if you look at your Google Analytics and you see all these people locally coming into the website, but you're not converting that traffic, there may be things on your homepage that you're not doing right. Maybe you don't have any other pages really at all that are going to rank for the things that you want to rank for. You know, take these things to heart. Really think about like what needs to be written, what videos need to be shot to help people find me, number one, and number two, to convert once they land on the site. So hopefully you guys are out there and you're creating more content, you're making those websites better, you're putting your best foot forward, and you're really explaining what chiropractic can do for your local community. So if you have any questions, let us know, and we'll see you on the next one.